Alright, so should have done this earlier, but slipped my mind. So talk to Swimming Cat. I'm Swimming Cat. Have you heard of a magic candy that gives strength and power to a helpless child? Let's say no. The boy with glasses can surely use the candy. I'm like, boy, don't I know it. He's the one who's consistently died, the only one in the party who has consistently died. So Gary will use the magic candy on the spot. And it gives him some energy. So that's good. But we're not done yet. Yeah, let's go ahead and call our dad, actually. Mysterious Mimicker. You know what? You don't even have to say that. Just tell me what my balance is. Don't get me all excited. 32 for Fluff. And let's save. Just missing Blaze now. It'd be good to have him in the party for some much-needed offensive power. Alright. So now... I don't think we need to drop anything off. Let's go, crash at that kid's place. Then we'll go grab sort of the candy equivalent for Fluff. Sure did. Thanks, kid. Appreciate the free rest. So this time we're just gonna hug the western wall of Magicant, and it's just through the trees here. Kill these magic snails. Yeah, Fluff doesn't have much going on. Offensively speaking. Let's go ahead and reach into Fluff's bag of tricks right now. Doesn't really have too much going on. Thunder. Freeze. Try some freeze, Fluff. Well, he might be dead before we get to see it. Alright, well, whatever. That was anticlimactic. So hug the wall right here. Follow it down around till you get an opening in the trees. Oh, monkey. Of course I'm a non-singing monkey. This is EarthBound Beginnings. What do you think? Normal monkeys don't sing. So, any questions? So many questions. Questions are so ridiculous. That's what the developers said when anyone, like during the first interview when this game came out. People had so many questions. He was just like, questions are ridiculous. I'm not going to answer anything. Yes, I am the cat who swims on the ground. I appreciate they keep this going. Guess what is in my hand? Alright, hold on. Let's try Fluff's telepathy. Do you know what I have in my hand? That is right, a ribbon. This magic ribbon will give strength. Magic ribbons are only for girls and little cats. Alright. So use it just like we use that candy with Gary. And Fluff's force goes up by 5. Not bad. Get some freebies right there. Alright, so now it's pretty much the same deal. Getting Fluff closer to Gary's level, honestly. A lot of options as to where you might want to do that. Probably at the start, we should stick to Magicant just for a couple levels before we move on, maybe north of Maryville. You saw the quality of the enemies in Snowman. They could probably put down Fluff very quickly there, or Gary for that matter. Who am I kidding? So it's whatever you feel comfortable with. You can go back to the factory, honestly. Not a bad idea if you want to get some bombs. On top of it, we saw how powerful those were in making our way in Snowman to Fluff when Gary used one. So you can take down those bombers and just loot some of the bombs we haven't picked up in more of those rooms, but yeah, might just want to have some bread waiting for you back in Maryville. Or you can always use the Onyx hook, obviously, to come back here. That's the main thing. You can get somewhere with relative ease and safety, somewhere safe. So anyway, yeah, let's do some more grinding now, and come back when Fluff's a little bit closer to probably level 20. We feel a little more confident before we move on. Certainly level 15 at the very least. Changelog, we're at level 25, 21, and 16. Looking good. Got got a decent number of bombs in the factory. Mine that place dry. I'm curious to see how much money is going to be on our account now for all the robot killing we did in the factory. Let's find out. 9 grand. Thank you, Dad. I don't know how he hears about any of this. Honestly, though, $706 on us right now. I think that might be all we need. We need to essentially just buy some train tickets. So I'm not going to sweat it. Let's call Dad, though. Let's save. We're in a good spot right now. Thanks, Dad. It's like, is that enough? Do you love me yet? No, Dad. And they're right there with their respective next level. Well, they are right now. They're on different levels, though, so that's not going to last long. Do whatever you want, Dad. I'm saving the world. Presumably. Okay. Alright. So, we're going to head back north to the train station. This time we're going to take the train to Reindeer. We're going to see more of Reindeer this time around. How about that? Very exciting. Believe it or not, Reindeer is not just a station. There's that rocket again. A station where we pick up a hat for Fluff from some random older lady. Well, I don't know how far the train goes through, even though that should be my only job. Alright, we're headed to Reindeer, everybody. Alright, while we're doing this, let's bring in Fluff to share another Fluff fact about EarthBound Beginnings.
There have been a variety of claims to explain the origins of the series name Mother over the years, including that it was a reference to Mother Earth, or even John Lennon's song of the same name, the role Ness's mother plays in the game, or that the developers wanted the title to signal that their game was a clear contrast from the prevailing tide of more masculine-themed games at the time. While there's likely a bit of truth to many of those theories, series director Shigesato Itoi recently finally set the bittersweet story straight when he revealed that the word mother always held a lot of significance to him. This stemmed directly from the fact that he didn't have a relationship with his own mother growing up, given that his parents divorced before he was even old enough to remember. Quietly dealing with that pain for many years, Itoi explained that he just wanted to say mother, saying, quote, "Maybe I just wanted to shout mom for all the world to hear." And so he took the opportunity to name his labor of love in this game after the word he had forbade himself from saying for so many years, mother.
Oof, that hits me right in the heart. Thank you, Fluff. Just speculating, but knowing that, I wonder if that directly influenced the absentee father character who sends money but never makes an appearance in interacting with the characters in person. I mean, it seems obvious, but yeah. Heavy stuff in a game which shows a surprising amount of depth and heart.
For what it's worth, there is still some credence to the John Lennon song theory influence, at least in an ancillary role, as I believe Itoi himself had pointed out in the past that John Lennon was doing a similar thing naming his song Mother after his mother died when he was only 17.
There you go. Well, thank you very much, Fluff. That's, that was a good fact there. This guy, hey kid, just hold on to this money for me. Hey 12-year-old, come over here. Don't tell the cops or anybody about it. Okay. Don't run away with it. Literally the first thing I'm gonna do. That was $400 for what that's worth. So Professor's got the bread. Gary's all kitted up nice with the bombs, the bottle rockets, the laser beam. He's got some good stuff for dealing with multiple enemies with those bombs and bottle rockets, but just a little detour for $400 for what that's worth. Right now our business lies... There's that fugitive. So we all know all fugitives wear stereotype. Oh, he's dead. I was gonna make more fun of his appearance, but what's with that tongue? Sometimes the rope gives you some rope. Rope can be traded back to the department store for $300. That ain't nothing. And, it's not a sure thing it's gonna give us to... They love anthropomorphizing everything, though, in the EarthBound universe. Rope's little shoes. Alright, so from the train station, you don't even have to go get that money for what it's worth, but... So we're gonna head west from the train station here in Reindeer. And then... gonna keep going to the left here. Yeah, we got into a bad spot during the grind, or the walk back from the grind, where we almost got put down because Professor had one heck of a asthma attack, courtesy of that mad truck. Just another reason to carry a... Oh, the mad car does that too. How about that? Asthma attack. Yeah, there you go. And it hits everybody too. It's rough. He'd be smarter than that. Come on, guys. Got to get their wisdom up a little bit more. All right, so Professor's useless right now. He's having an asthma attack. That's why you want that inhaler. But in the meantime, Gary can punch the car, and Fluff can life up themselves. Ran out of control. Yeah, he knows what he's doing, going after the only viable member of our party left at this point, going after Gary. Good job, Gary. Second time Gary saved our bacon. These car... This is... you topped off your health, didn't you? We want to use this on Gary. But yes, follow the tracks to the left, cut up here, and then cut down here. And there's a healer here, actually, if you do have any ailments. We're good. The asthma doesn't stick to you in that case, but in battle it's a problem. But we don't care about that guy. We're just going to keep on the track here. Little Saucer A, Little Saucer B. Speed this up, take him down. Follow the river here until it cuts to the left, in which case don't follow it anymore. A lot of trucks out here in the middle of nowhere where there's no road. Just out here to try to kill the kids, so go up this little ramp here. And then this ramp, we're gonna follow this ramp up and around. So if we had talked to some folks in Reindeer, they would have said there is a man who, he can't talk. So we gotta help this guy out. And I think I know what we can do, so let's just go down and right outside and follow this land around here. Any guesses on what might be affecting the old man? You have 5 more seconds to guess. Check this sign. Now entering the Miss Lay Triangle. Watch out, someone lost his dentures right under the sign. Yep, the old man lost his teeth. That trope. Start a new list. EarthBound loves that trope and the we hate hippies trope. Alright, spread out the love. Good work, team, good work. So let's just return that old man's dentures to him. That's what kids do, right? Hey, an old man's saying stuff. Everybody gathers around. Alright, sir. I got your denture. Well, Fluff, little cat, has your dentures. So nice to have my dentures back once more. Your reward. With you, I'll share my secret to a long, long life. Alright, everybody, all ears. Gargle often, gargle proud, gargle strong. You might be wondering what he's referencing. And if you catch a cold, gargling will help. Again, you might be wondering what he's referencing. He gives you mouthwash, his homemade variety. Gives us, what, a 5 spot of them? Well, I guess whatever we had room for. So, bit of a racket. This guy will sell you subsequent mouthwashes for cheap. I think it's only like $10. Whereas we buy them back in town for much more, so you can take the mouthwash he sells you or gives you in this initial case, and sell it back at a tidy profit. I'd rather just beat up trucks and hippies and stuff. But, yeah, there you go. So we're going to head back to the train station now, and I think take the only option we have yet to buy a ticket for. All right, let's bring in Blaze now to cover the more offensive-leaning abilities which we can use here in EarthBound Beginnings. All right, let's talk about Anna/Fluff's offensive abilities now. You can see you've got PK Freeze, Fire, the Beam, and Thunder. Typically in Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Omega varieties, with the exception, I believe, of Thunder. But note the damage ranges, the damage differences, the different levels at which Fluff will be unlocking these things. And I'm just going to lump this in right here, right now, even though this is, strictly speaking, more of a Professor ability, Ninten's ability. But the 4th D slip, when your battle is getting out of hand, it's not looking good, and you can't run away, you can go ahead and use the 4th D slip to practically guarantee that you're going to get away from that battle. Yeah, there you go. Fluff's offensive abilities and that 4th D slip when it gets a little too hot to handle. Thank you, Blaze. Yep, and yeah, that's one I forget about sometimes, but it can save your bacon in the right situation. Thank you very much. I guess we've been making a slight detour down to... We really should take some of that spray with us. But then the truck just uses it again is the problem. Alright, life up. It's on Professor now, being the healer. Those trucks are a little too powerful, that one particular move. Literally no one else in these parts poses any sort of threat to us, but you get a car, you get a truck in the middle of the forest. Professor has a asthma attack at the worst possible time. Alright, Gary's topped off, that's good. Can also cut more north above the trees to get back to the train tracks and just follow them south. South, excuse me. Here's the healer. I don't think you bring people back from the dead, do you? Believe it or not, I'm a healer. Refresh. Bring back my friend from the dead. Where do you think you can find such a man? A hospital, I guess. Let's go to a hospital. That sounds lovely this time of year. Hopefully everyone leaves us alone. Have some respect for our exhausted/dead little cat friend. Here we are. Reindeer's hospital. You in charge? Ah, son of a... Just talking to myself. Oops. Thought that guy was about to get us sick. Alright, Fluff. How much? 190? 300? Why is there so much more of these parts? You know something that the other guy doesn't? Oh well. Alright. The main thing is everyone's back on their feet. How much is the hotel around here? Got a curiosity. Place ain't that big, but I get turned around. A lot of dogs. I know I already said that, but a lot of dogs. Here's the hotel. 300 bucks. Hopefully we got money to get to Spokane at this, or Spookane at this point, excuse me. Yo, does this guy want his money back? Leave me alone. Can't you see him incognito? Alright, man. If you don't want the cash back. All you did was give 400 bucks to some random kid. Alright. You got an inhaler. Asthma spray. We all maxed out. Oh, right. Yeah, we got a bunch of mouthwash, don't we? Let's sell off some of that stuff right now, just like we mentioned. This guy's special mouthwash. Yeah, that's fine. Just wish I could sell multiple of these at a time. 87 bucks though. That's a profit of 77. I think the old man charges us 10 per. Not counting the ones he gave us for free, I mean, but... Or accounting. They were free. But I'm just saying, it's a nice profit. Either way you slice it. Theoretically, with 24 slots, just doing some rough math, we'll keep one. Just because it'd be rude not to. Just doing some rough math, I think you could basically make out with about $1,500 in profit. That's $1,500 to $2,000. Don't check me on that, but... What can I sell you? Yeah, give me that asthma spray. I'll take it. I learned my lesson. Like 5 close encounters with death. I finally learned my lesson. Just curious what else they got here. Sports goods. Boomerang and the bat. We've already got boomerangs, so... And its damage is slightly better than the bat. You think there'd be like some penalty or something? Like maybe you don't always connect with the boomerang, but from what I can tell, it's just as good and it does more damage, so. Alright, overrate it. We got bread. I think we're good. What do you got going on? You just hanging out behind the counter? You seem to have quite an appetite. I did buy nothing. I did buy 0 food. What's your deal? You didn't even have a, He's got the plasma beam. Yeah, that's not a bad idea for Gary. I think we need to take out 1,300 bucks. We might need to take out 2,600 bucks. Because those things have a 1 in 8 chance of breaking. I'm gonna do it. I'm taking out $2,600 right now. We got 10 grand. Take out 2,300 bucks. Save some money for our train tickets. I guess to like keep the cops away, doesn't want anyone to know that he's selling plasma beams on the top floor. You mean plasma beam? And we can certainly sell our laser beam now, because the plasma beam is nothing but a better laser beam. We've got our bombs. And I think I dropped all, well, I guess I didn't. I tried unloading the bottle rockets, but she won't take those. We might just need to, will you take a laser beam? I guess she'd buy some bombs, but not that I want to sell any bombs. Take this laser beam, 380 bucks. Nice. Bottle rockets are like black market. Sawed-off shotgun or something. Like, you did that yourself. Alright, yeah, okay. Looking good. Give that to Gary. Honestly, I might just drop some of these bottle rockets. We're gonna need some inventory space pretty soon, too. Quite a bit of inventory space, so... I don't know. Let's give this to... Let's just drop a bottle. Some people might be like, sacrilege, but... It's fine. We got more than enough stuff. Alright. Looking good, looking good. Let's call and save with our dad. 912 bucks. I like it. Alright. Sounds good, Dad. Still don't love you. Sure do. Alright, so now let's head back to the train station. Don't you mention Mom. Woman's a saint. I should go see her sometime. Just thread the needle here of these trees. To overuse a catchphrase. Ooh, it's thick. Alright, back to the train station. This time, as I mentioned, we're headed to Spokane. Just try it, Mad Car. I've got asthma spray. And what, plasma beams? Alright. And I guess follow this down around this way. Bag Lady, been a while, Bag Lady. I'll take Bag Lady over those cars. Really do need to get to that train station, though. Yeah, I got turned around, as I often do. They both do the smog thing is the problem. Good work, team. Good work. Thought I was gonna get to try out my asthma spray. All right. 3 tickets for Spokane, please. Sure thing. It's relatively close to here, so it's relatively inexpensive. Here we go. Over a bridge, fancy. 2 bridges. Spoiling us, and here we are. Spokane. This place is pretty run down. There are random encounters everywhere, too. Even in the quote-unquote town. So actually, there is going to be an inn. An inn with an asterisk. But we will get to sleep there. Alright. Here's the hospital should we need it. Shady looking hotel right here. Shady looking guy behind the desk too. Alright, so we will get our 18 bucks, shady price. I bet they do have bed bugs here. I guess this guy can't be too bad. 18 bucks for a what? It's a Starman in disguise. I knew this wasn't an official Econo Lodge. Alright, Starman, kind of a boss? I don't know. Let's go back to Gary, just to be safe.
Boss beaters.
Alright, the front desk worker turns out to be a Starman with 80 HP. Recommend around level 20 at this point, but no weakness. You can see the moves it uses, but yeah, you don't gotta use a lot of strategy here. Just have the whole team beat the snot out of him. You'll take him down.
Good call, Gary. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that wasn't difficult. We fought regular enemies that were more difficult than that. But anyway, the important thing is we got our health back, and then lost some during the fight with the guy at the front desk. But that's fine. Alright. So now we're going to head right from the hotel. We can't stay there again, for what it's worth, just so you know. And see if find the right way to go here. We need to stop off and talk to one person in particular. They're over here on the right. This lady. She has a key that we need. Such a charming boy. Just looking at you makes me feel so confident. That's the professor effect, I suppose. I'm sure you'll bring that house into control. Here's the key to it. We're like, I don't even know what you're talking about, lady, but thanks for the key. So go straight north from there. Add in a little zigzag if you like. That's just what I personally recommend. And you'll see this sign right here. Private property. The Rosemary's. We don't respect private property. We don't respect much. We're kids that kill guard dogs and bag ladies and America's symbolic bird. America's symbolic bird. Just keep winding up here, and there's the front door. The door is locked. Alright, so who's got the key? You got the key, Fluff. Let's use the key. So you might want to use some bread here. I'm going to use some bread here. Makes getting out of here a little bit easier. So there's not a whole lot of top tier loot in this place. Talk to the little mouse here. I'm just an ordinary mouse. The room with the piano. Alright. I think there's some life up cream if you go the southern route, by which I mean the bottom door. We don't care about that. We just want to get to that fancy piano that the ordinary mouse was referring to. Let's take down some ghosts. Alarm ghost. Yeah, I didn't think Fluff was going to be doing too much heavy lifting at this point in the game. Gotta get him quick before he sounds the alarm. Brings in some backup. Might need to do a little grinding. Oh no! Zombie! It's not a big deal. And now we put down the alarm ghost. Ain't that always how it goes? Too late. Yeah, mind the dust balls. Run-of-the-mill zombie, though, we can handle them. He's like, whoa, whoa, where's my shirt? Zombie started laughing. Alright, he appreciated that. Even Fluff did 10 damage to that zombie. Yeah, not the best experience. I think we'll grind in the upcoming desert. Be a better place, but go through the first top 2 doors, you know, relative on the left side of the room. Just go auto here. I think they can handle it. Take a much needed break here. 31, even when Fluff's doing 31 damage, you should be embarrassed. Random ghost. I don't like the armors. I usually make it a point to run when I see them. These guys don't mess around. Did it work? Did it work? I like that sound. Alright. Yeah, I recommend you run from the armors. Dust ball. We'll have Gary and Fluff on running duty. Just grins and bears it. Uh-oh. It's a good thing we got that bread, because I'm using all my PP on the fourth dimension. I love that sound. You'll never make it. Shut up, random voice. Maybe small mouse. Alright, so we took the first top 2 doors. Now we're going to take the next bottom 2 doors. A single armor. We might be able to take a single armor, right? Come on, fellas. We got this, right? There you go. It's when there's 2 of them that they're a bit more of a handful. Especially when they take down one of your characters. That's when they get on top of you. Turn back. There's got to be something nice coming all this way. There's the life up cream. Yeah, this is the way to come. No reason to go the other way. The alarm ghost again. See if we can't put him down in a slightly more timely fashion this time, team. Come on, Gary. No smash? There's a smash. And Gary leveled up. Good for you. Smart man, that Gary. He's like, just realizing, hey, I think I figured out some bosses, guys. I think I have some sweet strategies. So check this piano in the top left corner of the room for a haunting melody. All 4 notes of it. You know, the queen was like, you just need to collect the 8 notes. You think that would be 4 right there. You think we'd only need 1 more. But we have melodies 1 through 4. The dragon has one of them as well, but I still don't really feel that comfortable fighting him. There's no reason to, like, do it sooner than later. We need to get that melody eventually, but Yeah, I'd rather have a few more levels under our belts before we do it. You know what, honestly? I'm gonna use it just because I used it, but better said, I think we should use the Onyx hook at this point. So we got the 4 melodies. We're in pretty good shape. Let's go rest at that random kid's house. So now it's time to make some inventory space. We're gonna need it for this next upcoming part here. And we're in a good spot to make some inventory space. Got to make some tough decisions, but that's alright. We can grab this stuff later by heading back to Podunk, but while we're here, let's just drop this stuff off. With the mysterious goods keeper, I do have a need. So we don't need like multiples of a lot of stuff. Like Gary doesn't need all these bombs right now. Plus, we're going to be doing some grinding in the desert, so usually I prioritize the bombs for non-grinding situations. We need, I think, 12 inventory slots, so we need 1.5 characters worth of inventory space. Just for now, drop the super spray. We haven't used the big bag once. I was so excited about it when we got it from that guy. Gave him my cash card and everything. Definitely don't need the bottle rocket. Probably don't need 2 plasma beams right now. Again, these have a 1 in 8 chance of breaking every time you use them. That's why, you know, not a bad idea to carry a second one and just use them when your back's against the wall. Don't need all this life up cream. Don't need the ghost key. Probably don't need the mouthwash. Probably do need the asthma spray. And life up cream. Oh, and a bottle rocket. See what you can get rid of when you doing our spring cleaning here in EarthBound Beginnings. Alright. 5, 8, 10. That works. Alright, team. Let's go save with Fake Me Out Dad. Mysterious Mimicker. Next level, 885, 1148, and Fluff's just around the corner. Don't push yourself so hard. Alright. Alright, so let's head back to Maryville, and we'll take a, well, we won't take a train, but we'll go to the train station once we get back to Maryville. It's going to be so nice once we can teleport. Yes, we will be able to teleport. So we're going to pass by the dragon here, but we're not going to fight him right now. Even though we just saved, I want to embarrass that dragon. And we will be coming back Match Can't Weigh eventually anyway. So let's not take any unnecessary risks. We're still batting a no death run if you don't count all the times that Gary died. Sorry, Gary. There you go, Fluff. Just take a peek at all Fluffs. We just get them too fast to keep up with them, honestly. Telepathy, life up, different varieties, all the heals for different ailments. Got the size shield. That's the one for everybody. That one's good against the dragon. PSI block, magnet, PK freeze, beams. Gotta use some of these beams on some of the tougher baddies as well. Oh god, how many lefts did we make there? I stopped paying attention and assumed that was the first one. There we go. There's that dragon. Very, what is it, Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu when the rest of the music drops out and it's just that kind of twinkly, arpeggiated, whatever that is. Alright. Back in the Maryville area. And we're just, as I mentioned, we're just heading back to the train station this time, not actually taking a train. Gotta go auto, but... Bad pup. Down and around. And not the worst idea to save our game one more time closer to where we're ultimately going. Did Fluff get that level up? Yeah, he did. Yes, Dad. Good Lord. It's like, Mom, you never want to stop talking. Goes on and on. For like an absentee father, he likes to talk to us a lot. Just saying the same thing over and over. Alright, so. Let's head back up to Union Station. I was going to say no cars. Good work, team. Still got that rocket there. And this time, we don't need to actually go in the station. We're going to follow the tracks here. And follow this path around. And ultimately, this is going to lead to the desert. Follow this up and around. And to the east. And now we get the desert music right here. Alright, new breed of baddies in these parts. Let's see how our levels, how we can hang with this guy. Fluff was dehydrated. That's not good. $28. Put this guy down with that attack, Professor. There you go. Alright, so 8540 goes to 8564. Not the best. You want to look out for the red snakes in this area. They have a habit of disappearing on you, but they like to run away, but they are very good on the XP. So I might try to get Fluff up just to maybe around 20, just get a few more levels to feel a little bit better. And we'll talk to this guy. This is why we wanted to have so many spaces in our inventory, ultimately, because he'll charge you for rides on the plane right here. $5, that's the cheapest one. And if we get on, airfare 15 for that flight, save your ticket stubs. And there you go, and then you can take the tank, as he mentions. You look so happy about that. So we get a nice little tour of the area. I like the music as well. Reminds me of some NES game. I can't think of what it is. I don't know if it's like Al Unser Jr. Racing. Alright. So now, if you check your inventory, you'll see, look at that, we have 3 ticket stubs. So we rinse and repeat this, 3 more times? Do it. You can look at the other ones too, but it's not really, I mean, it'll show you some areas you've already been. It's kind of cool. We're just going for cost effectiveness here, though. Very funny. Maybe micro machines a little bit? I'm just trying to think of where I know this music. Alright, let's soak it in this last time. This will take us to 12 stubs. And yeah, little Alonzer Jr. Difficult game, actually. I picked that one up, as most games are, and you haven't played them in a long time, but my brother was visiting recently, and I suggest we try Alonzer Jr. Always kind of like one of those games, not one of our favorites, but we have fond memories of it. Like the music in it, because it sounds like this. It's good. And yeah, it's more difficult than we remembered. Alright, so before we turn in all of our ticket stubs to this guy and get ourselves access to something sweet, let's just pop up here for a second. And then kind of left after that line of cacti. And then you got this funky looking cactus over here on the left. Rattlesnake, I like the sound of that. Deal with it, team. 45, that's pretty good. You gonna poison anybody? Nice. Yeah, Fluff isn't our... It's not our A. Yeah. Approach slowly. Well, that's your last mistake there, Rattlesnake. You got that, Gary? There you go. Gary's no slouch. With his... I guess he's rocking the boomerang right now, I'm not sure, but... Love the music here in the desert. Just trying to get to that funky cactus over there on the left. Uh-oh. Enemies around here are no slouches. We might want Fluff to look after himself here. Some low-level life up. There you go. Try it. You'll like it. There you go. Now he's doing well. All right. We're just trying to get to this cactus. Let's get out of here. See this little cactus? I think we saw this when we flew over, but if you try using telepathy, the cactus will sing a lovely tune, and for whatever reason, it kept singing. For whatever reason, we kept listening. And now we got ourselves, that's one of the easier ones to get in this game, our 5th melody overall. We are 62.5% there, something like that. Not sure who the math TA would be, but... So we'll head back to this ring of cacti now. And come back down to the relatively safe oasis. Reminds me of something from SimCity right there, that little island. I would definitely build the governor's mansion on there, but different game, different game. Alright, so let's turn in our many ticket stubs. I'm excited because this will free up a lot of space in our pants. Take my tank, you sure look happy. Oh, nothing about this game is normal. Alright, so pop in this sweet tank. We can't be attacked while we're in the tank, with one exception. We also can only go to one place. We can't disembark on demand, unfortunately. It's a bummer we can't enjoy this music for much longer. This is like some Konami stuff right here. But just take it straight east. Man, I love this. I don't want this to end. Just keep going east. I may have overshot it just a bit. It's around the ruins area. There we go. Just a bit north as well. Alright, hope you enjoyed that tune, because that's all we get out of it.
Alright, I think I know the secret to this one, but let's go back to him just the same. Here's Gary.
Boss beaters.
Alright, the R7307. The weakness is a tank. You should have a tank. So use that tank and take him down.
Alright, I was right. Thank you very much for confirming, Gary.
Fluff fired the tank gun. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much. Literally can't lose if you're in the tank. I wouldn't try this battle without the tank. That's a pro tip right there. Don't need Gary for that one. I like we just know how to work the tank gun. Bunch of 12-year-olds. Why not? Tanks for nothing is what that guy's gonna say. I'm sorry. I'll show myself out. But, yeah, once he's taken down... Ugh. Ultra Barbot. I think we got Ultra Barbot. A one-off baddie. If everybody bands together here, and we dodge like that... There you go. Good work, Gary. Alright, now we're in the monkey area. Hello, little monkey. You guys tell the truth? Oh no. Okay. This place is a bit of a maze, not that bad, but... Gonna go clockwise around this way. And then take this first opening here. Just like his posture on the side. Most of the monkeys are not worth talking to. No offense to the local monkey population. Just looks like he's deep in thought about something. It's like he's there to help Sherlock Holmes solve the murder. When I see that position right there, that posture. This next area, we're gonna just head straight left. And grab ourselves a package over here. By the way, there are no enemies here, thankfully. It's like having our own massive tank all around us, but get ourselves a PSI stone. There's a few of these around here. Not a bad idea to stock up on these for late in the game when we have some very tough battles and not a lot of opportunities to refresh. One instance in particular, actually, but... we'll get there. Still ways out. And we got ourselves another PSI stone, I believe. Yep. We got all this pocket space now since we went ahead and dumped all those. I think we're going to take that straight down there since we got all those ticket stubs out of our pants. The one monkey which I do recommend talking to... It's not you, is it? That's not the monkey. But, you know, when else do you have an opportunity to talk to a bunch of talking monkeys? And EarthBound probably every day, but talk to this monkey in particular. I'll admit that's something. I'll give you something nice. I won't tell you what he gave you, but I'll tell you right now, he gave us a quick capsule. I'm just going to use this for the professor right now. You drink a capsule. And continue on. We want to go up, but if we keep heading to the left, we will grab ourselves one final PSI stone. Alright. Now let's backtrack just a bit. Head up here. Up and around. Just dead ends every other way that we go. Alright, here's our exit. And this looks very familiar. This looks a lot like the cave which led us I believe 2 Magicant, and this strange stone seems a lot like the one which led us to Magicant. Let's see what happens if we use telepathy on it. Who has lost his tail? And look at that, back in Magicant. You might think that was just a massive waste of time. You know, we basically just went a long way to wreck the tank for that guy, who didn't do anything to us, admittedly. But let's go ahead and heal up, actually, while we're in town. But once we leave, we'll find that the exit will now dump us outside, or near the desert, I should say. And we got that new melody as well. Sure thing. Thanks, kid. Never gets old. Alright, so now that we're healed, let's go ahead and check out that new exit. Everything else is exactly the same. Go through this well again. And once again, it is right, left, left, and then right. And once again, we're going to be skipping this dragon until we get Blaze in the party. Heavy hitting Blaze. Sleeping dragon still over there. I mean, you know, strictly speaking, you can probably beat him at this point. Note the tone in my voice. Probably. Professor has to be level 25 before the dragon will react to us and actually fight us, but so by that logic we probably shouldn't, because we're at the minimum level to take him on. But if you use the right combination of spells to kind of nerf his attacks, both physical and magical. Alright, we're just trying to pass through though, so we can see the new exit here. If we get into any more fights, we'll speed this up for our sanity. Dragon's over there on the left. We want to go straight up once again. Everything else is exactly the same as before. Speed this up. Put down some dad's eyes. Probably faster than trying to run away, honestly. And now when we exit out here, another cave, but once we exit, this will put us in that same area of the map. The desert's around here, but head to the right here, you can see it's the same music, or you can hear, better said, it's the same music. We're going to follow these train tracks to the right, all the way until we get to the station. And we're coming up on a very important destination in our journey here in EarthBound Beginnings, as this will finally allow us, if we don't get killed on the way, to teleport. Been waiting for that one. Good work, Gary. Here's the station. No need to pop in there. But head south from the station, not straight south, but more southwest, better said. And we're coming up on Youngtown for the first time. Note the change in music. We're safe now. Woohoo. Alright, so there's a lot of trees here in Youngtown. Just take this first right, and if you're beat up, this is a good place to rest. People get a lot nicer in the second half, final quarter-ish of this game. Dad isn't home, and I don't care about money. Stupid kid. So if you need a place to stay, feel free to stay here tonight. Sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Remember when Starman let us sleep for free, or really cheap, and then tried to kill me? I may not get quite so lonely here. Aw, I don't think he has a father, or he left to get a paper or something, never came back, a pack of smokes. Anyway, let's enter this house here. Or this building, I should say. I don't know what can... Got an air gun. That would be good for our resident tech member of the group. So let's go ahead and pull out $1,400. Money's not really a problem this stage in the game, I'm not gonna lie. Let's just go ahead and take out $2,000. It's only a problem if you don't have it, right? Let's go ahead and get that air gun for Gary before we save. Non-stick pan is not gonna be an upgrade for Fluff over the boomerang. Not that Fluff's doing all that much damage to begin with, no matter what you put in his/her hands. Alright, who actually ended up getting the air gun? There you go, perfect. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and call Dad. That $1. We haven't been doing a lot of killing. Plenty of money though. Yeah, I'd like to get a few levels before too long. You do you, Dad. Just like your mom, you never want to stop. You can get like some new dialogue for him there. Alright, so after you've gotten the air gun for Gary / whatever you've called that member of your party, and you've rested and all that, we're going to head back west. And then kind of ultimately southwest, open... Pop through there. Clearing of trees. Take this around till we can find another curved door up here. And here it is. Been waiting a very long time for this one. You can talk to this. Mom told me this baby has mystic power. Why are you guys watching a baby? Where is your mother? Oh yes, my name is Tom Garrickson. I don't know, it's just strange to me when characters in EarthBound Beginnings have surnames. I like to introduce myself. It's my hobby. Never change, EarthBound Beginnings. Googa. We'll see about that. Let's telepathy with this baby. Yes, even though my body is that of a baby, like you, I possess psychic abilities. I know the power of teleportation. Use this power to return to a place you've been to. Where has this baby been, though? Where are you going to return to? Your mother's womb? I feel like that would be terribly rough on his mother. But the baby taught us the power of teleportation. So let's not forget, in EarthBound, when you want to teleport, you need to have a little bit of space, because you can only teleport once you hit 88 miles an hour. It's basically the Back to the Future rules. Alright, so now we're going to backtrack. Not exactly where we came from, but more to the east side. Yeah, the music here is lovely. Talked about it earlier on, but just the number of themes in this game. Koji Kondo made some great tunes, great themes, but I was thinking about it the other day, like, he just remixes his own stuff time and time again. This game has probably as many themes as Koji made for the entirety of the NES and the SNES combined. Suspicious, guys. I will stop you, will you? I feel like you're just going to stand there. Alright. So, now that you've left Youngtown, we're going to head north. Red Snake, the elusive Red Snake. We put him down. Nope. Can't even get a single. Well worth it if you can get to him in time. He pays out a massive pot of XP. Alright. So we're just trying to get... Let's go auto here. We're going into the swamp now. And this is probably a good place to do some of our grinding, honestly. I think I would probably like to get Fluff at least to level 20, if not, you know, I wouldn't mind 25. The good news is we have ourselves a If we had our bug spray, we could put down the bugs quite quickly. Shouldn't work on spiders, but... Cross this bridge up here. Nancy's not messing around. Gotta be careful. This actually would probably be a good time for me to, since the enemies like using the beams. It's not a bad idea, if you haven't already done so, to go ahead and give the Franklin badge, Gary's Franklin badge, to Fluff, since Fluff's our major healer of the party. PSI. So Fluff doesn't have the super heal yet, but that will be the one that'll bring people back. But if you continue on just to here, first, another trash can. We always check trash cans. It's like adventure games. Never know what you might find. Or better said in EarthBound terms, you talk to trash cans. I am Gary's father. Why do you live in a trash can? I guess that's where Gary gets it from. I think Professor's dad asked. But you told him your name? Yeah, my dad knows my name. What? Register your name once more. Alright, I don't remember how we spelt Professor, even though it's kind of right down there, so let's go with some more Video Games 101 branding and go Buttercake here. Where do you go after you got Professor, Fluff, Blaze, Gary? You go Buttercake. Are you sure that's spelled correctly as far as you know? Okay, that's fine. Please look after Gary. He's a real weakling. He's got the best boss beaters in the biz. Gary's dad. Anyway, this is the place where we can kick our feet up. Pippi. Been a while. Don't say anything, but I didn't tell my mom I came here. How'd you survive? The monsters around here are no joke. It's a good place to grind. And you're here on your own. There's only one of you. Alright, so yes, this is a nice place to top off your HP, your PP, and then, yeah, I think we might hang out here for a few levels, get Fluff into those early 20s at the very least. Shouldn't take too long with the baddies around here. As I say, we don't even get attacked. There's some crocodiles, which are heavy hitters. You might want to use your Force Dimension spell to get away from them when you run into them before Fluff gets into those early 20s. A little dangerous. And now, the longest I've ever gone without getting into a random encounter. This is kind of crazy. Just for my own sanity, there are still random encounters, right? Did Pippi, like, give us some magical aura or something to where we're not being attacked anymore? This is very strange. There you go. And you got bisons. Yeah, these guys, they're no joke, so make sure that you probably, rather than going with auto, you keep Fluff ready to heal everybody up. Be nice if we had... Could also use some PK freeze at the moment. Once Fluff gets in the early 20s, might unlock some of those hit everybody. Who you smashing? Yeah, that's the problem. Well, this is a good time to show how we can use our teleport. So let's go ahead and let's do our Force Dimension slip. Those grins on those bison. Alright, so let's use our teleport and let's go... You know what? Let's do this instead. Let's use the Onyx hook to get back. And this is basically how you do this, if you're going to do some grinding at any point. At this point in the game. Just Onyx hook your way back to Magic Hand. Stop in and get whoever was killed, fainted, excuse me, even though there's a ghost behind us. No, I meant Fluff. There you go. And then you can also stay here for free, obviously. This kid's place. Sure did, kid. Sure did. And we don't even need to worry about turning around. We got plenty of runway out here for the teleport spell. Normally, if you're in an enclosed space, you would have to move around a little bit. But if you go straight left here, you're just fine. So we're going to head back to Youngtown. And let's go ahead. You can turn. There you go. 88 miles an hour. 1.21 gigawatts. And now, yeah, let's just head back to the swamp area and we'll do our grinding there. And, yeah, just aim for, as I said, probably the early 20s for Fluff. And everybody else will obviously benefit as well, get us in better shape for the upcoming challenges. All right. So we're looking good now. Professor at 30, Gary 27, Fluff 25. Got a whole mess of new PSI. Fluff's got the super healing to bring everyone back from the dead. I think he got that pretty early on. That might have been like level 19-ish when he got that. Let's stay here one more time before we head out and continue through the swamps. Probably just try to avoid most of the battles now. We put in our time. Alright, go southwest from the house. Mook. Mooks love to mess with your state of mind. Paralysis and other effects like that. Brain shock. Right on cue. Confused. I lost all senses. All right. Gary will put you down. Gary's the man. Oh, good job, Gary. Level 28. Looking good, looking good. I've just enjoyed this music in a bit. This is nice. Simple as it is. I like that. All right. Continuing right along. Another bridge down here. Eventually. Mega saucers. Whatever. They go down easily enough. You got one of these, Gary, on your own? Let's see. You've come a long way. Oh, okay. 81 takes down one of them. There you go. Look at that. Look at Gary doing professor damage. On a smash, admittedly, but... yeah, the random encounter truly is random in this game. It's all over the place. Let's heal up. Even, yeah, Fluff is pretty much there. I keep thinking he has more health than he does, but not really. Probably get a bit more out of that, but... yeah, even at level 25 for Fluff, level 30 for Professor, the enemies around here are still incredibly formidable. And if you're not careful, if you don't go in with a strategy, the defense by, it's probably not worth fighting you at this point, is it, Kelly? Alright, while we're doing this, let's hear another Fluff fact about EarthBound Beginnings.
I talked earlier about the very bittersweet origins of the title Mother, so you'll no doubt be disappointed to learn that there's no equally resonating story behind the name EarthBound, as the series is known outside of Japan. While Nintendo of America was still planning on releasing the game during the localization process, they settled on the name EarthBound, believing that the name Mother for a video game wouldn't perform well amongst American and other Western audiences who are more accustomed to titles like Contra or Clash at Demon Head. Regarding EarthBound specifically as a title, this ties into the fact that the alien antagonist is tasked with invading and conquering Earth. Plus, aliens in space were cool and sold well, so that never hurts. The game's protagonist's journey sees him traveling all over the Earth. But also you have to think that the use of the Earth in place of the O on the Famicom's title screen for Mother was also on Nintendo of America's mind when they were coming up with the title for this game. And yeah, once again, the phrase Mother Earth obviously comes to mind as well.
That's true. Thank you very much, Fluff.
Alright, I don't have time for you guys. Didn't work out. They know to go after the weakest one, too. I hate that. Just didn't work out. Alright, good thing Professor's the fastest one in the bunch. I wish 4D slip didn't cost so much PP. I do like that you can still learn new things even when you're running for your life. Top yourself off there, Fluff. By last bridge, this is the last bridge, but back on the mainland now. Darling smile. Come on, Gary. Don't make me do it. How much does that cost? 16. That's rough. Alright. So now we're just gonna head straight north, kind of hugging the water. And we'll be coming up on the final town of the game here in EarthBound Beginnings. I say as I fight back a tear. Coming up on the end. I think it's due west from here. Would this be Ellay? Ellay. No more swamp ever again. Thank you very much. Oh, we're sticking to the path and everything. Ah, Starman, I'll dance with you. That's cute. Alright. Yep. Need to stop saying Seagulla! Seagull A and Seagull B. Gotta say, it'd be nice to have some more attack power. Oh, Fluff's dead. We're bringing back. We're almost at town. Alright, to the safety of Ellay. Hey, this guy looks familiar. He broke my tank. It was my most prized possession. Alright, first off, I didn't break it. That giant robot broke it. Now you have to pay $200 chump change, my man. Sure, we can't get to the live house without him getting out of the way. Is that like a good strategy? Can I just block a door and demand money? Let's bring back Fluff here at the hospital. They just brought Fluff here. Wait, it costs money? It's free in Magicant. It's like the socialized medicine countries of the world in Magicant. Here it's 480 bucks. God bless the USA. How much you charging for the hotel here? Costs more than it costs to bring someone back from the dead to stay at this hotel? Oh well. Please come back and see us. I probably won't at that price. Even though we've got the money to spend, strictly speaking. By the way, you'll notice that Ellay is now an option with the teleport. As soon as you touch, like, the white, when you're coming in from the bottom, the left, it will be added to your list. The guys in the blue will attack you. They're disciples of a familiar face. Can we dump some stuff on you? Let's see, what am I trying to get rid of right now? Not the... I don't know that I'll be using... I mean, the bombs are decent, especially for Gary, but we get rid of the boomerang. That sounds fair. I feel like we have something else to return. That's not going to be a problem for much more of the game, honestly. Just drop these ticket stubs here, then. If you won't take them, just litter on your floor. I have no use for these. There you go. Alright, so we're gonna want to buy ourselves a ticket, but I think we got enough money for it right now since we sold that boomerang. $300 I believe it's gonna cost us on the top floor. The variety goods. Ticket, $350, excuse me. Survival knife, that would be a weapon for Blaze, but if you remember, we got that sword a very long time ago and we're holding it. You mean ticket? Not to be confused with the ticket stubs we just threw away. Yeah, we got that sword a long time ago and it's being kept for us either in Magicant or back in our home with our sister. So, we can go ahead and grab that once Blaze is in the party. Spoiler alert, that is coming up. I don't care, Dad. That's how much money we made from the grinding, though. Looking pretty good. Sure do. Yeah, whatever, Dad. Trying to save the world. Just doesn't get it. Good thing the last hope for the world is not resting on his shoulders. Alright, so completely optional, but we'll just go do this for a bit of fun. Head to the northwest point of Ellay here. You'll come up on some docks, some water up here. Eventually. Bunch of buffalo, not the bison we had earlier. Alright, I'm not in the mood right now, fellas. Just trying to show everybody. So we have docks to the right, but if you come up here northwest of town, hop on the elevator, and use the left of the two telescopes here. Check it. The distance on the island, something sparkled. That doesn't look to scale. Why be the same size as the rocket, but alright, I'll play along. They climb into the rocket. Whoever sent us down, is this Gadget? They went to the Rescue Rangers School of Transportation. Such a waste. Alright, so if we brought some berry tofu for these guys, sure have. We can trade it. He says that, but he gives us some words of love, and one of these guys gives us some swear words, and this guy will give us some info. So just completely useless items, essentially, but just, you know, in the interest of showing everything, there you go. Let's get back in the rocket. Let's go find Blaze. Tired of, no offense, Gary. No offense, Fluff. Tired of being with two weaklings in the party. Need someone who can punch. Alright, just to save us 37 seconds. Oops. Forgot we were teleporting at an angle there. Right over the water. How about that? You can keep your rocket ship. Did I say I would never stay here again? Oh, right, I don't have the money anyway. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so just head to the live house right here. And this is why we needed the ticket. Must have a ticket to get in. Check it out. I got a ticket. My plasma beam's my ticket. Get out of the way or Gary will use it. So you can talk to different people here. And actually, if you fight members of the gang that are wearing blue outside, you have a small chance of getting yourself some a flamethrower, which is a very powerful weapon, which Gary can use. It's your prerogative as to whether or not you want to do it, but yeah, we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to talk to this guy. Do you want to sing too? What he said? I just walked in, but sure. That's what you respond when someone asks you, do you want to sing too? go ahead and jam, dudes. Why am I paying $350 for a ticket when we're the ones performing? Like everyone dancing in sync. When did we rehearse this? It's a good tune. Like most of the people aren't even watching us. We have roughly half of the crowd's attention right now. I mean, it's in sync. This is what Fluff and Gary were doing when they weren't learning how to hit harder. I guess I appreciate that. As long as you were doing something. They were practicing the choreography for this dance. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fantastic. Thank you for your nice song. By the way, you guys beat up on my friends. Actually, I didn't. I told everyone that they could beat up on your friends and get flamethrowers. Who's the boss? I'll teach him a lesson. Well, that would be me.
Alright, this guy looks fancy. Let's go back to Gary.
Boss beaters.
Alright, I'm gonna call this one a boss, based solely on the fact that he calls himself a boss. But there's no strategy here. You just trade blows with this guy. You can't heal, you can't use any special abilities. It's just melee, 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 until, for a few rounds until it's over, but there you go. And spoiler alert, Blaze is now in the party.
Thank you very much, Gary, rounding out the team.
You're quite a guy. What? Your name is Professor? Last time I checked. Let's call it a draw then. I seek vengeance for my parents to the mountains. Sure. Let's do it. I like how Blaze takes action right here. You, with the glasses. You're not so good at fighting, are you? No, he's not. He is not, Blaze. But, you know, put a plasma beam in his hands. Rest here while I borrow your goods, okay? So there you go, Blaze now in the party. We're not really sure where Gary went to, but... So Blaze now has all the stuff that Gary was holding on to, he just can't use it.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video, and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.